Well, now meteorologist Dillon Gaudet shares an update on Milton as it draws closer to the Florida Gulf Coast. Dillon, that warm water there in the Gulf is just like jet fuel for this thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's still a Category 4 hurricane, though it has weakened a little bit in terms of its maximum wind. Now, this is not necessarily a great thing to see. Yes, it's good in the short term, but I think we would have rather this happened closer to landfall, because right now it's undergoing what we call an eye wall replacement cycle. So the eye has closed off for now, but we're really starting to see some convection right around the center of this storm. So that's going to show that it's actually going to broaden out. You'd think it would continue to weaken, but that's not really going to be the case most likely. It's going to maybe briefly re-strengthen and widen out that wind field for sure. So still forecast to make landfall as a Category 4 to Category 3 hurricane just to the south of Tampa, really between Sarasota and Tampa, most likely, according to a lot of the data right now. And it's expected to still be a Category 1 hurricane when it makes it off of the Space Coast on the east coast of Florida. So here's a look at the wind gusts. This is what I'm talking about in terms of the wind field expanding. The orange there that you see, that's Category 1 strength winds. Notice as you step forward in time, that continues to expand, and we could get Category 2 to Category 3 force gusts on the northern and northwestern side of this system as it gets closer to the Tampa Bay area. This run of Futurecast has it making landfall near Sarasota. That would bring a very strong band and some very strong wind gusts and heavy rain to St. Pete, Tampa Bay, and then also down towards Bradenton as well. And then keeping those strong wind gusts, increasing the storm surge on the east side of Florida as well. So the storm surge forecast showing 10 to 15 feet from Bradenton all the way down to Port Charlotte. Tampa now in the 8 to 12 foot storm surge, and then Fort Myers area also dealing with some significant storm surge. So 10 to 15 feet. That's the ocean rising 10 to 15 feet. And it's not just the storm surge. There's going to be some heavy rain with this, a corridor of 8 to 10 inches plus, basically right along and just to the north of I-4. So away from the center of the system. And then looking at on top of that, we do have an increased tornado threat where areas in the yellow there, that's a 10% risk of seeing tornadoes. And that corridor that you're seeing in the hatched area, that is the chance of EF2 or stronger tornadoes. And we already have a tornado watch out for most of the southern half of Florida and have had a couple warnings